Good morning, everybody. Happy hump day. We are live. Rise and shine. Woohoo! Man, let me just say, I'm a happy girl this morning, but boy, yesterday was a tough day. It is absolutely amazing what emotional trauma will do to you. Ah, my little girl Ritzy, she had to go to the vet, and it ended up being much more serious than I had anticipated. Let's just say this mama was traumatized. So I'm very grateful for the morning and for my Ritzy girl. She's awake. She's almost 100% back to herself. She's doing good. So it's all good, but it's just quite amazing what trauma will do to you. So take care of yourself. Listen, yesterday in the middle of it all, I felt like I was going to be down for the count for 2 or 3 days. I really felt that way. It was so draining. But I'm happy to tell you that this morning it's a good day. It's a good day. My little girl's doing good, and Mama's happy. For those of you that don't know, Ritzy is my dog. She's our little girl. So anyway, all right. We're almost done with our self-discovery series. I hope you're enjoying this. This series will be put on my blog, Find a Better Way with Priscilla. So you will be able to go back through this if you'd like, watch the videos again, read the content, and I'm working on a kind of like a journal sheet, but a sheet that you can take each day and write down notes, the key points, ideas that come to your mind whenever you either read it or you watch the video, because everybody learns differently. Not all of us learn the same way. Isn't that crazy? There's many different ways that people like to learn. Some people like to read. Some people like to listen to audio. Hi, little girl. Some people love video. Some people just really need the combination. So hopefully this will help you to just, benefit the most from, the inspiration that's been given to me to share all this with you. Make sense? Because when I say find a better way with Priscilla, I mean with me, not because of me. Has nothing to do with me. This is about sharing what I enjoy doing. It's a gift, so I'm sharing it. I love coming live with you. I love sharing. I love finding ways to help others just find the very best version of themselves in the easiest fashion that we possibly can. That's my Ritzy girl talking to you this morning. Yay! Ritzy Ritz, come on. Come on, little girl. She's my protector this morning. Good morning. Okay, so today we're going to look at what talents you would like to develop. It's okay. Um, so let's dive in, shall we? I didn't. I usually highlight a few notes from my notes so that it's easier, but I'll give it my best. How about that? All right, let's see. So this is, we aren't necessarily born with our talents. So here's the thing: there are gifts and there are talents, and oftentimes, they can be close or one and the same, but not always. So as we are going through this self-discovery, and ideas are popping up, and there's some promptings that I'm giving you. What are the things that are coming out that you would really like to develop, or at least take a look at developing? Because they had to have sparked some interest in you in some fashion. The only thing that I would say about that is, please try to be the observer of yourself. You'll learn this as you go, but like, if you try something, some talent, and for whatever reason it doesn't work, or you're good at it but it doesn't bring you joy, um, try to figure out why. Is there just a piece of that talent that you don't like? Is it the sharing of it? Trying to get it out to the world? Is there something about the talent that keeps you from feeling joy in your heart? Just try to figure that out, because there are a lot of things that my problem is Keeping focused on only a few things instead of many, because I see potential in just about everything that I see that I like, right? That sparks an interest within me. The problem with that is there's too much. There's too much that I would love to develop. So I have to be the observer of myself all the time and try and keep myself focused on very few things at one time so that I'm not trying to do too many things at once. Can you imagine? So the abundance of ideas is like tremendous for me. My struggle, if you will, is trying to make sure that I only work on a few at a time. I don't have to toss those others aside. I just have to do a few of them at the same time instead of trying all of them. And that sometimes will stop you dead in your tracks, won't it? Because you're like spinning. I mean, I feel this sometimes. I'm just spinning because I don't know what to work on first and I can't do it all. And yeah, so it is a balance thing. I don't have much balance. That's one of the things that I work on constantly is finding the balance. And you know being in this quote unquote retirement mode gives me the ability to maintain balance better. I just have to learn this new way of being able to balance, that's all. Before, the balance was pretty cut and dried, because there wasn't a whole lot of time left after my day job to balance anything. I was exhausted. So now I'm exhausted, but in a different way, and I have control of that. I just have to shift my mindset, right? So that's my current issue with balance. But yeah, find something that the talent that has come or you have released from, these promptings, listening to all of this, that you would really love to develop, that you feel will bring joy to your heart. And then as you try these things, just remember, if it doesn't work for some reason, take a look at why and try to eliminate that one thing that didn't bring you the joy and eliminate it somehow. You're smart, you're crafty. I know you can figure it out. All right, what else? Excuse me. Let's see. They keep talking about a self assessment test. I've told you how I feel about this. I don't know. I mean, I guess if you really don't know, it might help spark some interest in you. All I'm going to say is do not take that assessment as gospel. Please, please, please. It's just like a doctor and your children or your pet. You know your children, you know yourself, you know your pet better than anybody else. You know them better than any doctor would ever know them or any test would ever know, right? There's so many different variables. So keep that in mind. Follow your gut. Always follow your gut. Okay. When looking at these things these talents, um, don't just look for the things that bring you joy, but look for the things that make you feel strong, right? Give you confidence, make you proud. That's what you're looking for, because that's what's going to motivate you to keep pursuing that amazing talent. And honestly, I feel like it means that it may just be something that you are truly gifted at, not just a talent, but that you are gifted in some fashion, or there's a gift waiting to show itself within that talent because you're drawn to it for a reason. You're drawn to it for a reason. And that's why I say, if it doesn't work the first time, please try and be the observer and figure out the few things or the one thing that doesn't bring joy to your heart, because there are things that can be farmed out to other people. All right, cool. Let's see. Maybe you ask your friends what they feel your talents are. If you're searching still for a talent, I think that you are probably coming to see talents within yourself by now. I feel that. Write in a journal. Yeah, so I'm all about journals. I have a printables business. I love journals. I use composition books. I don't use sticky notes. I cannot. I have so many things going on in my head and so many ideas that if I don't get things down on paper, they're not forgotten. They're just filed away somewhere for a little bit, and I don't remember them until down the road. And oftentimes there are things that I really need to act on, and so I keep them written down in a composition book every day. Notes everything that happens in my life, whether it's personal, business, or what have you. I do have separate ones for specialized projects that I'm working on, but in general, I have one master composition book that I write everything down, everything, every day. Phone calls. I mean, whatever, we have to, I don't know about you. I jot notes. Whenever I'm talking to somebody, I jot things down. It sparks my memory later to remember that conversation and remember the things that I need to accomplish or the things that I promised I would do. So, but it's all in one place. I have tons of these composition books by date. They have the dates that are covered. And it's just something that I started years ago when I started my own mortgage business. And it was kind of a way to, if I ever had to go to court, it was something that is really great proof of something that was done, a conversation that was, there, that took place, what have you. It was just a way to help protect yourself. And so I loved it so much because sticky notes, they lose their oomph when they're there all the time, or you have too many of them. Which one do you pick first? Right? I use index cards as well for different projects and things that I'm working on so that I can shuffle them up and put them in order, in the order that I feel of the most importance that I need to work on. And then, I'm a person that cannot stand downtime. So if I'm just sitting somewhere for some reason, I feel like I feel compelled to be utilizing those moments. It's just how I tick. And so these index cards give me that spark of recapturing something, a thought or an idea, and then just jotting some notes down or just starting the thinking process again. But it's my way. It's how I learned to write essays in college, right? You take your main topics, your bullet points, if you will, and you have those all in a row. And these are your master things. And then maybe research you've done or what have you go underneath these columns, right? So that's just kind of how I learned. And so that's an easy way. It's a natural way for me to keep what's important to me organized as much as possible, as easy as possible, that's accessible all the time. So the index cards, I do use the larger ones, but not the huge ones. And they fit right in my purse, right? So they're always with me, always with me. Let's see. Since you look at other people's talents, if there's some other people that have a talent that maybe you would like to see if it's something that you would love, keep in mind that how somebody utilizes a talent is going to be different than how you will. So while it's good to look at other people's talents, don't look to copy them or emulate them. Look to learn the talent and then give it your own unique spin. That's what's important. Staying true to who you are, your authentic self. That's what's key. And be open to change. Um, as we age, the experiences we go through, our talents are going to change. Let me tell you, Clifford's House is something that I've known for many years. It was a vision that was placed on my heart to help those with mental illness come to a place where they're understood, they're safe, um, they feel loved, somewhere where they can come, they can heal, um, learn trades, skills that they can utilize in their, how they function on a daily basis and, the lack thereof at times. But it's a way for them to be able to sustain themselves and to earn a living and just be understood. Now, this vision was always there, um, but I always visioned that other people would be key physically at the location doing the stuff, right? And as the years have gone by, it has been revealed to me that I'm going to be very much involved in the daily at Clifford's House. And I'm learning so many new things that I never would have imagined would be on my plate. But guess what? This is just what was meant to be. And there's things that as you have experiences, as you pursue these talents, and as you pursue your gifts and the joys of your heart, these things will just fall into place. They will. You will learn new things. You will have new things that spark interest in you, and then one day you're going to go, wow. So that's why I went through that. So that I would understand, so that I would know, so that I would get the skill of knowing this, that, the other. Okay. So when I say embrace your journey, I mean embrace it completely. Even the bad stuff. There's a reason for absolutely everything that happens. Sometimes it's bad choices. That's okay. Learn from it. Learn from it. And I, remember, follow your gut. I mean, bad choices, usually you had a gut feeling you were doing the wrong thing. But sometimes it's hard to decipher whether it's a gut feeling that is there or maybe a little fear from stepping out. But you learn. Eventually, you learn the difference. Okay, so let's see. So, yeah, once you find these talents, then you just need to start diving in and figuring out, what the plan is, how you're going to develop these talents, and just take some quiet time, shut everything off, take a look at the notes you have in regards to these talents you'd like to pursue, and just start writing. And when I say start writing, just start writing. Just start writing stuff that maybe makes it seems a given, right? But just keep writing, and things will start coming out of you. If you're quiet and you're focusing just on whatever that talent is, and you'll set from those notes, you'll set a plan of action, and stick to it. If it isn't something that sticks with you, that you have a true love or passion for, then maybe it's not something you need to develop. Okay, that's it. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. We have 2 more days of our series, and then I'm going to fit in somehow to get this onto the blog and get a printable ready for you that you can use to jot down notes on each day's um, discussion, if you will. Okay. And I can't wait for the next series because we're going to start right back in with another one. Um, we may go a week before we do that, but we'll see. We'll see how things go. Listen, I'm all about um, letting whatever is meant to be show itself to me, so to speak, right? I used to pick random cards, and I still do love to do that, and then take whatever it said on there and then expound from there. And I was all about, I don't like to be scripted. Like, whenever I'm coming to you with these notes, here's the thing about these notes. These are merely notes, and then whatever is, given to me spiritually from the divine, whatever, that's what I share with you. So, see, when I say find a better way with Priscilla, we're finding a way together. We're learning together, but individually for ourselves. Does that make sense? And it isn't about me. Where do my words come from? The divine, the source. It's not me. Now, I am of the source. We all are, right? So just keep in mind, this is not a personality contest. I'm not here to win awards. I'm here to do merely what I'm doing, which is sharing with you. And hopefully, I'm touching you in some fashion that will spark you to then do the same thing with other people. That's it. Okay, here we go. Wednesday, June 23rd. Every time I pass a mirror, I say, "Hi, honey," and wave. You need to get to that point. And if you are truly pursuing, whoops, there we go, what brings you joy, you'll feel that way. You will feel that way. And keep in mind, I just want to say this one little thing about that, looking in the mirror and saying, "Hi, honey," and waving. Sometimes we get stuck on our physical presence. And all I'm going to say about that is, we all want what we don't have. Isn't that true, ladies? We have curly hair, we want straight hair. We have small breasts, we want larger. Whatever the case may be, we have fair skin, we want tan skin. We have a darker complexion, we want a lighter complexion. Whatever the case may be, in regards to physical, you are athletically built and you want to be skinny. Whatever the case may be, I want you to embrace the fact that you were made perfect by perfection. You are who you are. You've been given what you've been given. And if there's something about you that you don't like, why? Think about it. What is it that you don't like about yourself? What makes one thing better than the other? It truly isn't. But in your mind, for some reason, that's appealed to you. But I want you to embrace you and be grateful for how you were made. Every ounce of you, every inch of you, period in a story. And if there's something that's come about because of a choice you've made, well, then maybe you need to make some better choices. Up to you. But your physical presence, you need to embrace it. You need to love it. You were given it. Hold on to that. All right? Okay, peace. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Woohoo!